This is a 3D model of a equine spine. Only the lumbar and the thoracic. Holding on to the thoracic at the moment, and it's held together by this pipe cleaner that it came with. And this came from Australia, the woman who printed it off with a 3D printer. Unfortunately, it fell apart in the box on the way to Canada, so I had to kind of piece it together to the best of my ability from diagrams on the internet. And it's not accurate. I know that I made mistakes in some of the placings, but I was still able to put it together as one solid unit and demonstrate biotensegrity. There's 6 lumbar and 19 thoracic vertebrae. Now, my kids or my cats or somebody knocked this flying, and I'm missing one thoracic piece. So I was really heartbroken by that, but it is what it is, and I can still do this experiment or project to demonstrate how muscles and tendons and ligaments counteract each other with elastic force to hold up and maintain the integrity of the spine. I drilled holes into the tops of the dorsal spines. The dorsal spines are those projections on the top of the vertebrae, and then the transverse processes, there I just pointed at the dorsal, and the transverse processes are the 2 little arms that are sticking out on the sides. Now, these are designed with concave and convex shapes, so obviously they're designed to fit into one another, as I'm going to demonstrate here. So all the interesting little ways that they fit together are ideal for beginning to keep this unit together as one whole. Now, of course, we don't want bone touching bone ever, because that would cause damage, arthritis, kissing spines. And there would be, of course, vertebral discs in between each of these vertebrae to prevent them from touching. But even without that mechanism, you can see that they hold together. They're designed to fit into one another. And those dorsal spines, those long, kind of skinny ones, are the wither of the horse, if you can imagine. That's the place where you would sit. So your thighs are pretty much on where those tall dorsal spines are. So I put an elastic through where the spinal column would be through this entire spine. And even with the elastic and the way that they fit into one another, it was pretty cool. But as you can see, it's hard to hold this thing together with your hands. And as I added elastic to it, it progressively got stronger and stronger. It was really fascinating. But yeah, they still fit together. But you can see that they're falling to the side and flopping, and they fall off easily. And so then we need to add some muscles. Here's the top view. So you can see the elastics I put into the side transverse processes, and then through the vertebrae dorsal process on the one in front of it, so that the elastics are kind of on an angle. So that very first one on the left, I put it through the side piece and then up into the top of the one in front of it. And I did that all the way along for the lumbar. So now the question is, can I orientate these elastics to hold up those big, tall, long ones as well? Now this is with the elastics going in one direction, so from the back to the front, and already it's standing up, and I'm not even done yet. And now I'm completed because I've used the elastics in the opposite direction as well. So they crisscross, all the way down the entire spine. And it was actually very, very interesting how strong this elastic system, these counteracting elastics acting as the muscles, tendons, and ligaments, hold the spine together in alignment.